On the 10th day of Christmas, CozyClouds gave to me bedtime stories. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today, I thought I would read some bedtime stories and little anecdotes about Christmas from these two books that I found. This one is Christmas Around the World, and this one is Christmas Bedtime Song and Stories. I also have this candle that I thought I would burn while reading. It makes crackly sounds, so it sounds really nice. Okay, so I brought the candle further away because it's actually really loud. So hopefully it's not too loud now that it's further, but we'll see. So this is Christmas Bedtime Songs and Stories. But I actually think I'm going to read from Christmas Around the World. So this is the Christmas tree. We have many traditional Christmas decorations such as holly, mistletoe, and Yule logs. But for many, the Christmas tree is the most important symbol of the Christmas season. The tree. The evergreen tree has been a part of midwinter festivals since before Christ's birth. In ancient times, because the tree stayed green and alive when other plants appeared dead, the evergreen came to stand for life. The Romans decorated their homes with greens at some of their festivals, and they gave evergreen branches to friends as a sign of good luck. As more people began to celebrate Christmas, many of the ancient customs found their way into this holiday. But the Christmas tree owes most of its history to Germany. Some say that Martin Luther, who began Protestant Christianity in Germany, had the first Christmas tree. The story is that late one evening, Martin Luther was walking home through the woods. He saw the stars shining through the trees. He wanted to share this beauty with his family, and so he cut down an evergreen tree and took it home. Inside his house, he placed candles on the branches and lit them, and said that it would be a simple, of the beautiful Christmas sky. In Strasbourg, which was part of Germany in the 1500s, families decorated evergreen fir trees with colored paper, fruits, and sweets. That tradition spread through Europe. People began to decorate trees with more than just fruits and nuts. They began to put on glass ornaments. Germany became famous for its beautiful glass decorations made by hand. On Christmas Eve, the family would gather around the tree and light the candles to make the tree glow with light and color and life. The Christmas tree came to the United States when German settlers arrived here. They brought their Tannenbaum, their Christmas tree, with them. In 1851 in New York, a man named Mark Carr hauled 2 ox sleds loaded with trees into the big city. With that, he opened the first Christmas tree lot in the United States. Many consider that a Christmas tree is not really decorated unless it has a star on top. Stars have always been important to people. Ancient people believed stars would move when special things happened, and we still wish on falling stars. Stars were once so important that the 6-pointed Star of David symbol became the symbol of the Hebrew nation. And a star brighter than all others led the wise men to baby Jesus. For many, the 5-pointed star of Christmas is as important as the Christmas tree. In the 1700s, a group of people called the Moravians came from Europe and settled first in Georgia. Then they found a permanent home in Pennsylvania. They had their own strict beliefs, including their star lantern. This lantern is lit every holiday, and the light from its 17 points brings good luck. Even today, our Christmas songs talk about the star of wonder, star of light. Today, we put lights on our Christmas tree and tinsel and decorated balls, but we still try to do what Martin Luther did to bring into our homes the beauty of starlight on a pine tree on Christmas night. How about I read this story about the real Saint Nicholas before you fall asleep? Okay. Santa Claus. We all know that name. For some, he's jolly old Saint Nicholas, Kris Kringle, or just Saint Nick. But did you know that Saint Nicholas was a real man? And that we get our stories of Santa from him? The real Saint Nicholas was born over 1,000 years ago, somewhere in the 5th century. He was born in the Middle East, only a few hundred miles from Bethlehem. A very religious man, he became the bishop of Myra, which is a city in what we now know as the country of Turkey. Saint Nicholas had a deep love for children. He was a kind man, and everyone knew he loved to give gifts. One story about him tells how he helped 3 unfortunate girls. 3 girls were so very poor that they could not afford to get married. Their father even thought of turning them out on the streets. When Nicholas heard this, he went that very night and threw a purse with gold into the girl's house. The next day, the girl's father used the money to help his eldest daughter get happily married. Later, when the second daughter fell in love, Nicholas gave her, too, a bag of gold. As the third daughter got ready to wed, her father decided he must find out who had been so generous. He kept watch, but this time Nicholas climbed on the roof and dropped the third bag of gold down the chimney, where it landed in a stocking hung up to dry. And that's why we hang up Christmas stockings today. Wow. The stories about Nicholas and his gifts and kindness spread. They even reached up to Lapland, to the people of the reindeer sleds. 600 years after Nicholas died, the Russian Emperor Vladimir heard all the wonderful stories about Bishop Nicholas. He decided to make Nicholas the saint of Russia. Christopher Columbus brought Saint Nicholas to America. He named a port in Haiti for Saint Nicholas. Dutch settlers also brought their beloved Sinterklaas, as they called him, with them, for a figure of Saint Nicholas was on the ship that brought them to the New World. The Germans, who came to America, also brought their Christkindl, or Kris Kringle. Today, Santa is popular around the world, and he is known by many names. In Denmark, Julemanden, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, carries a sack and is drawn by reindeer. Elves called Julnice are said to help Julemanden and Julmanden. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And children put a saucer of milk or rice pudding out for them. In Russia, Grandfather Frost comes to give gifts, while in England, children wait for Father Christmas. In France, Father Christmas is called Père Noël, and in Brazil, he is Papai Noël. In Austria and Switzerland, Christkindl brings gifts. Children in old Czechoslovakia believed that Svatý Mikuláš came down from heaven on a golden cord held by an angel. And in Japan, Santa Kurosu comes to give presents. Wow, I didn't choose the easiest story to pronounce, you guys. St. Nicholas's clothes have gone through as many changes as his name has. In early America, some people believed that Santa wore buckskin boots, pants with a blue stripe, and a vest of scarlet. Other people began to make drawings of him in fur-trimmed clothes. Older tales had Santa wearing a green suit. In the early 1900s, red became the favorite clothing color for all the pictures made of him. I hope you guys enjoyed those little bedtime stories. A bit of history on Christmas. I wanted to read from this book, but the stories are just a little too long for these mini ASMRs. But if two people request that I read from this one, I will film another video for you guys. Only two, but we'll see. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you tomorrow.